Hey guys, it's Ian from the PI Podcast, and I am coming at you with the AFC Power Rankings for the 2022 NFL season. These are my opinions, so you guys are probably not going to agree with some of them. But anyway, I've got Buffalo Bills at number one. I think they're the best team in the AFC, and I think they're also the best team in the NFL. At number two, I have the Bengals winning their division. I don't see the Ravens winning that division. I think it's going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. They've improved their offensive line. They just made the Super Bowl, so I have them winning their division and the second best team in the AFC. At number three, I have the Oakland Raiders winning their division. I know this one's going to be like the controversial one. I think they're better than the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs lost a lot when they lost Tyreek Hill. I do think there's teams better than Oakland, but for the sake of this video, I have the top four teams are going to be the teams winning their divisions, and then 5 through 16 are all going to be in order of how good I think they are. Buffalo Bills and Bengals, though, I do have them as the top two teams in the AFC. So then I've got the Indianapolis Colts winning their division. I don't think Titans are going to be able to compete with the Colts. The Colts were already pretty much on the cusp of a playoff spot last year, and they've, in my opinion, greatly improved their quarterback room and also picked up Ngakwe, a good edge rusher, so they've picked up pieces on defense. There is a little question about their wide receiver room, but Matt Ryan has a tendency to make his wide receivers better. So at number 5, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. I am not going to put them any lower than 5. I think they're going to get second in their division. I think the Chargers are right behind them, though, at number 6. The Chargers did very good this offseason, but I'm not going to put them above Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and I think Juju is a solid wide receiver. I think the Chiefs lost a lot with Tyreek Hill, which is why I don't have them winning their division. They also lost a lot by losing the Honey Badger. So I've got them at 5, Chargers at 6. The Chargers greatly improved their team, but I got to see them win before I can put them any higher. I think they can do that this year, but I'm not putting them above the Chiefs. And Oakland made the playoffs last year despite losing their their second best wide receiver to the DUI crash and losing their head coach halfway through the season. They had a real dumpster fire over there, and a good team like the Oakland Raiders were able to overcome it, as a bad team like the Jacksonville Jaguars were not able to overcome it. So then I've got the Dolphins. The Dolphins could be higher if Tua plays well, but they just have a stacked roster and no quarterback. I don't think Tua is the guy, and I think he's going to be replaced after this year. The Denver Broncos are right after the Dolphins. I would put them a little higher, but I have to see them gel together. Russell Wilson is a good quarterback, but he is not the best quarterback in that division. And I've actually got another video where I say Russell Wilson's the worst quarterback in that division. I think Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Derek Carr with Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow is going to be better than Russell Wilson. He had better receivers in Seattle. Jerry Jeudy's not bad, but he's not DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett. Cortland Sutton's not bad, but he's not Tyler Lockett or DK Metcalf. So that's why I have the Broncos there. They do have a better defense in Seattle and a better offensive line, but still I'm not putting Russell Wilson over Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, or Derek Carr with Devontae Adams. Then I've got the Ravens. The Ravens did good in this draft, but they did lose Hollywood Brown. However, we did a podcast the other day with the Checkdown, and David made a very good point that losing Hollywood Brown might actually increase the play of the other wide receivers on the team. They get J.K. Dobbins back. You got to think last year they had a lot of injuries before the season even started. Lamar went down, and they were still almost in the playoffs. They're in a tougher division, though. I'm not 100% sure they can overcome the Cleveland Browns with Deshaun Watson, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, and of course the Cincinnati Bengals are kind of stacked everywhere. But we'll see. Their receiving core is what's really got me worried. And then next after that is the Patriots. Bill Belichick's going to do his thing. Mac Jones had a really good rookie year. He had the best rookie year out of all the quarterbacks. But they didn't really do anything to their wide receiver room. However, they did get Devontae Parker, but he is not a top 1 wide receiver anymore. Then we've got the Cleveland Browns. Now, this is assuming Deshaun Watson does not play. If Deshaun Watson does not play, the Cleveland Browns are this low. They have a pretty good roster. They have a good head coach. I am not a fan of their ownership at all, and I think that's part of their downfall as well. But Deshaun Watson might not play a single snap this year. He might not play a single snap next year. I think that's a little far-fetched for next year, but I don't think he should be allowed to play. Then we've got the Tennessee Titans after the Browns. I've got them pretty low this year because I'm not 100% sure Derrick Henry's going to be healthy. I also not 100% sure they're going to have Ryan Tannehill start every single game this year. So that's my big deciding factor with the Tennessee Titans being that low. Then I've got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've got them pretty low. I do think they will have a over 500 year because Mike Tomlin is that good of a coach. And I do think Mitchell Trubisky is going to have a good enough season to get them third in their division. It's going to be a toss-up between the Browns and the Steelers. Their defense, very good. I think they're going to have a top 5 defense this year, but their offense is the question mark. And I do think Mitchell Trubisky is a good quarterback. I think he had a failed system in Chicago, but he got to sit a year behind Josh Allen and Brian DeBole. And this year, I think Mike Tomlin's going to be able to game plan way better than he was able to do with Mason Rudolph and Big Ben last year. That would put the Jags at 14. It's a rebuild year for them. They got a brand new coach. Doug Peterson's going to be able to make some moves with this roster, I think. I think they win 6 or 7 games this year. I think they double their wins from last year. So I do think they're heading in the right direction. I do think that Brandon Scherff will probably be a Pro Bowl lineman this year, and the Jaguars did not have a single Pro Bowler last year. And then the Jets are next. I'm not 100% sure that their draft makes them that much better. I have to see a leap from Zach Wilson for me to put them any higher. And like I said, I don't think the Jets have a better roster than the Jags right now. That's debatable, but I also don't think the Jets have a better coach than the Jags right now. Doug Peterson's a Super Bowl winning coach. Saleh is a defensive-minded head coach, which I don't think helps out Zach Wilson. However, they did get Zach Wilson a lot of weapons. The Jags, though, have a head coach that can work with what they have. And then last but not least is the Texans. I don't think this is a surprise to anybody. Davis Mills, I think, is going to have to prove this year he's the guy. I think he has the capability, except the Texans have not helped him out that much. So we'll see what happens there, but that's my opinion on the AFC Power Rankings. Let me know in the comments down below what you agree with, what you don't agree with. And we go live every single Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern. So don't miss it. We'll be live then. See ya.
Thank you for watching the PI Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and tune in next time so you don't miss the latest news in the NFL world. You can also follow us on TikTok at PIPodcast and on Twitter at PIPodcasters. Until next time.